Welcome back to the Jason Reuter Show here on the Bear Network, BCHS.TV. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey. All the programs recorded right here in Studio H12 at Bradley Central High School. Just go to YouTube, look for BCHS.TV. You can watch all of these shows free of charge for your viewing pleasure. Being joined by Coach Reuter here, and Coach, don't have any players today, but that's okay. We'll make do just fine without that. We talked in our last show about the loss last Monday night at McMinn Central. We took care of business Friday night with McMinn County, which marked our 124th consecutive district win. Postseason, regular season, no matter who it was, and we've had teams come in and out, like East Hampton come in and out, Ray County's come back into the district. It just keeps going on and on. You just won and secured your 12th consecutive district regular season title, and now you're shooting for one of those goals that you always have, your 13th district tournament championship. All that's out there in front of you. You've come through with the Thanksgiving tournament. You went and took care of business in Charleston Christmas, so just another goal that you're looking for now.
Yes, and we set goals each year, and so far it's been unanimous that we try to win 6 championships, and you hit the nail on the head with the Thanksgiving tournament, which has turned into a classic now, but we'll claim it anyhow. We went 2-0, and then Christmas in Charleston, and we had a good trip out there. First time I've ever been to Charleston, very good tournament, and that's 2, and then the district regular season is 3, and we've locked that up no matter what happens tonight, but we certainly don't want to stumble here tonight. And then our next goal is to win the district tournament, and we know what the next 2 are, the region and the state, but I don't know that you can win the other 2 unless you win the district tournament. You could, but there's not a whole lot of teams that's pulled that off. So we're looking forward to playing Walker Valley tonight. And we talked last week quite a bit about the McMinn Central loss, and there's no reason to hash all that again. We've got to take care of Walker Valley. They'll be fired up. They have nothing to lose. I know
They're playing good ball too.
They're playing better. They're playing with a little more pizzazz, a little more, I will say, a little more effort. And we all put our shoes on the same way, and our girls will have to show up and compete. And I do think I have the better team, but we just can't afford to overlook anybody in Walker Valley. We've had 2 days to get ready for them, and I'm looking forward to seeing our girls coach them tonight and watch them compete.
I'll go back on one thing you said. It's hard to win the state without winning a district or a region, but I want to go back to 1962 when our boys won their last state title. We didn't win the region. We lost to Meigs County. Your old coaching school you coached at, started coaching at.
Yeah.
And come back, went through that, lost the region to Meigs County, had a really good team. Asked Doc and Jewel, I think, some of those guys back in those days.
Yes.
And come through and persevered and won the state tournament.
I heard, when I was over at Meigs my first 4 years, I heard, I can remember a few times that being brought up, the year Bradley won the state, Meigs beat them. And they were very proud of that. But now, you notice I didn't say region, I said district.
Right.
That was if you're in the region finals, you're down to the,
you're going to advance, yeah.
You're going to the sub-state.
Yeah.
Now, even if you lose the district finals, but it puts you in a deeper hole coming out of it, and
we get a better seed.
Yeah, we got a district meeting tomorrow over at Cleveland High. It's where the district's at, and I'm glad it's close to home. Right here in the same town, but I'm not real excited that it's at Cleveland High because I think I think obviously the record shows we're the best team in the district, and they're number 2, and playing them on their floor. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and we'll make the best out of it. And one game at a time right now, one game at a time, Walker Valley tonight, and then we'll go on to the next opponent.
And we'll talk more about that tonight and what else is going to happen there. Updates, though, on your 3 injured. Erica Swick, who got to play some Friday night, thank goodness, and bless her heart there. Madeline Schultz, and also Grace Phillips. You got anything new to report on those 3?
Okay, I'll give you my wife asked me, you want the good news or bad news? I usually say, give me the bad news. But I think what we have here is really, the bad news has already happened. So I'll start with Madeline, the sophomore, who tore ACL ironically at Walker Valley here a few weeks ago. We didn't know at the time, but we found out she had surgery on Tuesday, I believe it was. And I text her mom. Of course, when you're coming out of a major knee surgery like that, you're probably asleep for a lot of hours. And her
yeah.
mother corresponded, everything went, she's in a lot of pain, but the doctor said everything went well, and I've texted her since then. She's doing okay. I think she'll maybe see her at the game tonight. And then Grace Phillips, who tore her ACL and MCL against Cleveland here in a non-contact injury, same thing. She had surgery Friday. Her mother said she's recovering well. She's in a lot of pain, but the doctor said everything went good. He was very pleased on how the procedure went, and I think Grace is going to try to be here too. So when you see us on the sideline, you're going to see 4 crutches and 2 straight legs, and you're going to see people hobbling around. But those 2 girls have had their surgeries, and they're on the way to recovery already. It's a long process, and I pray that the Lord gives them the patience. And when you're 15, 16 years old, 8 months, 9 months sounds like eternity.
Yeah.
To me and you, 9 months, that's not that long,
No.
So anyhow, and then Erica Swick, who has battled a broken bone in her foot, who did it over fall break in October, had to sit out for a while, tried to come back, play in 2 games, just kind of almost pre-scripted minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and you were there in Knoxville when she hurt her foot again at Knox Catholic, and that's been weeks ago, 7, 8, 9. So we put her back in the boot. I did, and the doctor did, and the doctor released her, and I kind of played doctor, and I kept her out a little longer than the doctor. She could have played, she played Friday. She could have played a week before that. But I my gut told me, dadgummit, Erica, you've hurt this thing twice.
Yeah.
And we're going to be okay, and she's looking good in practice. She's not in good basketball shape because she sat out 11 of the last 10 weeks, but she's a worker, and she's the type of kid that she would probably even lie to you and tell you she's okay and be hurt. But this time, she says the foot feels great, and we're getting her reps in practice. And she played at McMinn County, played 12 minutes. She hit a 3. There's intangibles that don't show up on a stat sheet. We've talked about that before. Erica's defense, she knows how to rotate. She's a senior. She better be, or I haven't done my job.
Right.
And she's a little bigger guard. She gives us a little more size, and we're going to need that. Once you get in tournament play, Gary, it could be 1 rebound, 1 stop, 1 bucket, 1 missed assignment, 1 made assignment could be the difference in moving on or going home. And I sure do feel better knowing that Erica Swick is on that sideline. She was penciled in as a starter this year, and it makes no difference. Avery Brewer starting or her. To me, it doesn't. I know the girls, it probably does, but now I look over and I got Erica, who.
Little feeling of comfort there.
Well, and then
bring her in.
Yeah, and then Grace. Grace was our first sub, and we lost her. So we had bad news, but we got good news, and I hate that those 2 girls are out, but I also feel a bit of comfort, as you say, to know that Erica Swick is back and pain-free, and now we're just trying to get her in basketball shape. We're not trying to kill her, but we're making her. It's almost like turning the temperature up on something you're cooking. We had her at 150 degrees and 200, 250. Now she's up to about 350. Mm-hmm. She could probably now, I'd say, come Friday, she could play 20 minutes a game.
Well, when we were on the radio broadcast, the largest cheer of the night was when she hit that 3-pointer.
Well, she's been out so long. My Lord, your senior year, your returning starter.
I know.
It's what a blessing to have her back.
And we're tonight, being Walker Valley tonight here at home. It's our final district regular season game of the year. It's also Pink Out Night, or Hoops for Hopes. We'll have a huge crowd there tonight. Everybody's going to be dressed in pink. We're going to wear the pink uniforms now, I suppose, aren't we?
We're going to try. If we can keep the shorts up. They've changed the style since I bought these, Gary. When I bought these, people may not understand, uniforms are very expensive.
Yeah.
You're talking about a set of just 1 color. Like if you got a white set, Nike custom uniforms you're looking at $2,400. Wow. And then you get a home and away, you're looking at $4,800.
Yep.
So we bought a pink set. Gosh, we were talking about it. We let our girls try them on because you got to understand the numbers don't. This is not the University of Bradley. We don't have all the money we take in is either through the gate or through donations or a golf tournament. We have to scramble to make money. And uniforms, I bought one set, I think it's 8 years ago. But they've only been worn. I think one year we wore them twice, so they're going in for their 10th time being worn tonight. So the numbers you may see, I think you may see a kid or two in a different number than
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, there's no possible. I mean, I just can't order a pink uniform every year to match your numbers.
No.
Yeah. So the kids were complaining about how big they were. You know, they'll let you roll the tops down now. They took that, you know, a few years ago they said you couldn't do that. Now they said you can. So you'll see some girls with some shorts rolled over 3 or 4 times. But I think the girls are, it's only fitting. It's breast cancer awareness night, and I think it's fitting that we wear our pink uniforms. And I think one year, Ryan Howard's senior year, we wore them on senior night too. But I don't know if we're going to do that this year.
I know the girls are really looking excited and are excited about and looking forward to that tonight, because I've talked to several of them there, and it's a fun thing. We'll get the district meeting behind us tomorrow. We'll have and I think tonight will conclude, everybody will have district play completed tonight, I think.
It is.
And sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but I think
well,
so this year.
We have 2 meetings a year. The one tonight, and we have another one back in October, and in our bylaws, we say you must play your last district game by tonight. Now, inclement weather, but this year it's been it's the most mildest, even though we had that real cold streak. You know, we've not had any, knock on wood, we've not had any makeup games because of the weather.
No, and I hope
I don't know that I ever remember. I'm sure there's somewhere that, I mean, you've been covering this program a long time. I don't recall going through a year without having to make up a game.
Typically, because you have all kind of warnings, maybe get thrown out there in school.
Or you don't get it, but your neighboring county does.
It's close enough to possibly involve you.
Yeah.
And the rule is, I guess, now in the school system, if school is canceled because of weather, schools athletics are canceled because of that as well.
Well, no, that depends on each school district. We don't have that rule here in Bradley County. But
Hamilton County does.
Hamilton County does, but I bet I've coached in 8 or 9 games where they've been out of school and we went ahead and played. You know, you've been to Southeast Tennessee, it gets down to 24 degrees, the ice is over. By 1 o'clock, it's 40 degrees and water's running down the gutters. So I bet I've coached between my time with Barry Edson and Kent Smith here at Bradley, I bet I've coached in 8 or 9 games where Hamilton County was out of school, but they went ahead and let us play. Now, I've had a bunch of games where we thought, well, it's 42 degrees, let's play at 6 o'clock. No school, no play. So it's a little quirky. It's almost like they have a rule, and if they want to use it, they will. If they don't, they don't.
There's been times in the past, I know, down at East Hamilton comes to mind real quick, like in Oodawal, we
Ice
had
storms.
snow and ice, and we had to delay the games more than 1 or 2 days. And we eventually at East Hamilton, we played games simultaneously, and they've got 2 gyms there. That we played games in both gyms at the same time to get caught up on things there. But
yeah, those situations were so bad that you had a snow, and then you had an inch of ice, and you had trees, power lines, and a lot of people don't understand that too. Even when it quits, the parking lots are just iced over.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, those 2 come to mind. You're right; those are the 2 most recent. But
that's not going to happen though. We're going to knock.
No, I mean, look, I've looked at the forecast I'll check the weather quite a bit. You know, I'm getting back to my farming roots. I check the weather now to see possibilities of, you know, could there be a chance we were out because of ice or sleet or you know, the rain can turn into black ice overnight. So we look good for the next week.
Let's keep it that way too. Coach, I know you got your year-to-date stats there. What jumps out at you that pleases you most, and then what shows you concern looking at those year-to-date stats?
We're shooting 51% from the field overall, which I'd have to go back. I keep a copy of the last couple of years of stats and look at it time to time to see where we're lining up with last year's averages.
That's pretty good.
I don't know that we've shot 51% as a team in recent. I can't remember. We might have to go back to Rebecca and Brooks' days where they shot a lot of baskets around the hoop. We're shooting 36 from the 3. I'll take it. 65.5 from the foul line. I looked at last year, we shot 64.5, so we're a little bit just barely above that. I'd like to see that at 70. I do recall having a team that shot 72% 2% is the highest I can remember as a team. Now, that's every freshman, JV are going in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. They're like 65.5%. That's, you know, you're thinking of grading that. You say, well, that's not great. No, but I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Because it's.
We've hit a lot worse
Yeah, and then you got
some games this year.
Kids are coming in that maybe don't shoot as great. And, you know, when you have running clocks and all that, so 65.5, I'd like to see that up to 70, but it probably won't get there because of just as you get further along, it's harder to move those averages because you have a compound effect. Turnovers, we're right on pace. We're averaging 11.5 turnovers. I'll take that. And, you know, just by this stat sheet here, the only thing that really gets me is that one loss. And we're going to have a chance to revenge that, and we're going to have to be ready to play. But I don't want to get the cart in front of the horse. We got to take care of Walker Valley tonight, and then we'll have a chance to redeem that on senior night. And you know, a lot of people are just assuming that we'll rebound and from that loss, but we're going to have to play smart. We have to play smarter than we did up there, and it's my job to get them in the right spots and do that. And I don't want to beat a dead horse. We'll take care of. We got 2 days to get ready for them, but I want all the focus on Walker Valley tonight.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being here as always, and good luck tonight in what will be the Pink Out night, or Hoops for Hopes.
Yes, and I hope Walker Valley is hoping for hoops, is what I hope. I hope we play defense tonight.
Well, it needs to show up Friday night for sure, because we didn't show up there at McMinn Central either. So.
Well, Friday night, we won't have another show till after that's over, so.
Yeah. And that'll be senior night, folks. So
I encourage people to come out and enjoy the atmosphere, come out and watch good basketball teams, and you know, senior night Friday. Yeah, come out and watch these seniors. We hope this is not their last game. We have a chance to host the region here, and we hope that we play again. But please come out if you can, support them. And I know it makes a difference when we have fans here cheering us on. Our kids, we're all human, and you can say we ought to play as hard no matter what, but I can tell you when you got a crowd of people and the atmosphere is here, our kids just play harder. And Jim Smitty's arena can be an intimidating place when the stands are full and you got the barriers on the floor.
Tonight, large crowd for Walker Valley. Friday night will also be Lynn Jones Foundation. They'll have 2 more elementary schools here, so he's filled the house up twice this year, and this will be the 3rd time. So
I'm anticipating a Cleveland-type crowd here Friday. Yeah. We got the elementary kids coming in with Lynn Jones Foundation, and you got senior night. That typically brings out another couple hundred people. So it's going to be an exciting time.
Well, thanks as always, Coach. We'll do this again next week to get ready to look at the district. We'll have the standings and the seedings and all that.
We'll have all district team and MVP and all that will be voted on tomorrow. And next time me and you talk on this show, we'll have some more to talk about.
And I think we'll have some Bearettes represented there as well as some Bears.
Certainly hope so. Yeah.
Till next time, it's been Coach Jason Reuter. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, here on the Bear Network, talking about Bradley Central girls basketball. Until next time, we'll say God bless for now, and go Bearettes.